Today I fucked up by wearing jeans with a hole in them. This just happened minutes ago. I'm in a children's hospital with my wife and son because he's been having severe asthma issues. My wife is laying in the bed with my son on top of her, and I've just been sitting in one of the chairs. As people kept coming in, I noticed some rather odd looks from them, some mumbling, and some more odd looks. I figured I had some food on my face or something and didn't think too much of it. Suddenly, I'm sitting there reading something on Reddit when my wife looks at me and says, "What's that between your legs?" I look down, and there's a pink ball between my legs. Confusion quickly turns to shock as I realize that pink ball is one of my balls. One of my testicles is literally hanging out of my pants, and is sitting on the seat. I don't have a spare pair of pants here, so now I'm just sitting with my legs tightly together like I'm wearing a skirt and praying my son doesn't stay here long. Too long didn't read. I found out I had a hole in my pants by multiple people noticing a testicle sitting on my chair. Edit, most common question is about my undergarments. I was indeed wearing boxers. My testicle came out the bottom of them. Edit 2, wow, this post really got the ball rolling. What, I can't do testy puns too? Thank you kind stranger for the coconut reward. I had no idea such an appropriate award existed for this situation. Edit 3, I got pants. As several people suggested, I explained my predicament to the nurse, and she hooked me up with a pair of scrub pants. They'll make excellent pajama pants. And thank you for another coconut. I have 2 now? How fitting. Thank you, kind stranger. Edit 4, another coconut, 3 nuts now, 1 can fall out, and I still have 2 left, and a silver. Thank you again. Edit 5, popped my gold cherry. Guess everything is popping for me today. Thank you, internet stranger. Edit 6, damn it. Replacement pants are actually worse than original pants. Here's me wearing them on top of my pants. The fly makes no sense. Wife confirms it. Edit 7, thank you to /u/Jedberg for evening out my balls at 2 pairs and another kind stranger for more silver. Last ever edit, son is doing better. We can hopefully leave tomorrow. My ball has been staying put in 2 sets of pants. Thank you for all the love and support everyone. Sorry for going a lot, edit crazy. Just overwhelmed by all the support. Confusion quickly turns to shock as I realize that pink ball is one of my balls. We've been tricked, we've been backstabbed, and we've been quite possibly bamboozled. Not gonna lie, with all the ball puns, I'm really surprised you didn't go with ball-boozled. That's nuts, man. This deserves an upvote just for being something that happened today. Haha, thank you. My son is being admitted, and I'm terrified that we're about to walk to a room, and my hands will be full carrying bags, unable to make immediate adjustments if necessary. This reminds me of the second time my now husband met my very conservative father. It was the 4th of July and we went to my parents for a barbecue. I was sitting across from my dad, who was 2 martinis in, and noticed something peeking out of the leg of his shorts. Holy cow, what do I do? Moments later my mom appeared as if on cue, and leaned over to give dad a kiss. She surreptitiously tucked him in too, and he got that slight, wry smile, but didn't blink. Hours later, when hubby and I got in the car to go home, I immediately exclaimed something along the lines of, "OMG, did you see my dad's balls hanging out of his shorts?" Hubby looked shocked, but then started giggling, which led to full belly laughs all the way home. When we hit the driveway he said, "Out of respect for your dad, we will never speak of this again." But of course we do, pretty much every 4th of July. Cue uncontrolled giggling. RIP, dear dad. We have such fond memories and miss you so much. Story time. My husband bikes to work. Well, there's a big hill on the way and his bike only had 1 gear, so he has to stand up to power to the top. One day, he passed a couple old ladies going on a walk. As he's coming towards them, they gave him that slightly too long look that makes one self-conscious. He's wearing bike shorts, which are already pretty revealing. But they don't have to stare? He passes them and looks down. And that's when he discovers his shorts have a hole and his testicles are swinging in the breeze. He rode sitting down the rest of the way. I don't know what I expected, but not that. My sentiments exactly when I put my pants on this morning. Today I fucked up by showing my cat a plushie that looks like her. At the office today, there was a raffle for some stuffed animal toys and I won one. I chose one that looked almost exactly like my cat, thinking I'd get a cute photo of them together. I get home and put the toy on the bed next to her and snap a photo. She doesn't care, but hey, mission accomplished. Fast forward 6 hours and I'm playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I suddenly hear my cat howling up a storm and look over to the bed and she is crying at the stuffed version of herself. She's picking it up by the neck, dragging it around, setting it down, staring into its lifeless eyes, and just crying non-stop. I take it away from her but she doesn't stop howling. Her fur is all puffed up and her eyes look so scared. I think she thought it was a dead cat. I open the door to my room and she bolts out and starts cowering in the furthest corner of the apartment from my room. She won't let me near her. I feel like a villain. I love her more than anything and now she's fearing for her life. TLDR, I brought a stuffed cat toy home for my cat. She thought I brought her a dead cat and freaked out. Edit, by request, I'm paying the cat tax. This is Mushroom and she's 9 years old. I adopted her 2 weeks ago after fostering her for a couple months. Cat and cat toy. Edit 2, for people asking if she's okay. When I woke up this morning she was sleeping on my shoulder like always, so I think she's forgiven me. However, I'm never bringing a cat effigy into the apartment again. Thanks for caring about my cat, guys. When I lost my first cat, my so bought a plushie of her for me to keep in the living room so it wouldn't feel as lonely. I lived alone at the time as we were in an LDR and needed the company, so I kept it on the back of an armchair where she used to sit, and for a year now my new cat has always treated her like a real cat, like never tried to walk over her or invade her space but will actually sit up next to her sometimes. One time I was working from my chair and knocked it onto the ground and cat number 2 was in hysterics. I had to put it back and pet it as if it was real, before she would calm down again. Or, your cat sounds like a darling. Somewhere on cat Reddit, my human brought home an effigy of me. I'm scared out of my fur. You have to share the picture. Edit, totally lived up to my expectations. Seriously, cat tax needs to be paid. I feel like a villain. For not including a pic. Cat tax has been paid. Imagine some fucked up god showing up and putting a dead body that looks exactly like you near you. Also, I believe cats don't give two flying fucks about plushie toys because of the smell, not looks. Today I fucked up by giving my cat an existential crisis. Today I fucked up by introducing my Pitbull to my kitten. Removed. Unfortunately you guys can't talk about pit bulls and be civil, so we've had to lock this post. We also just adopted a kitten, 8 weeks old, and it's me. Exhales, oh thank God, present tense. You make a post about a pit bull and a kitten without pictures. The audacity. It's a clear case of cat tax evasion. Just from the title I thought it was going in a different direction. So glad it went this way instead. Much funnier.